Good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to Deborah's Quiet Corner. It's Saturday. I hope everyone is up and moving about. Saturdays are the days that we normally get a lot of things done that we couldn't get done. Trying to get some of that light to be not so bright. Maybe that's a little better. Saturdays are usually the days that we get like chores done, errands. Um, I guess with everybody being out of work, um, not everybody, but a lot of people are still out of work at this time. So they have extra time to do stuff during the week. But Saturday still is usually the day that we try to do our catch up, especially knowing that Sunday's following right over to the next day. Just welcome you aboard to Deborah's Quiet Corner. Come on, stop on by. Stop on by. Say hi. Say hi. I don't bite. Come on in. Come on in. Because there's always something we can talk about in Deborah's Quiet Corner. Last night I posted the journal that came in the mail. I'm just going to briefly hold it up. I'm not going through the pages. I did all that. This is the journal. We're going to start journaling as a group. Hopefully the second week in August. That's what I'm hoping for. You can go on Amazon, other websites. You can order a journal if you're not able to get out. Get a detailed subscription of my journal. I went through some of the pages. Try to get a journal that fits your personality. Try to get one that fits you. Don't go through the pages that they show you. Just purchase it and be surprised when you get the journal and go through it, and you'll be surprised how much of what they put in there really fits your personality. The journal that I purchased really fit my personality. It had vibrant colors, and it just had a lot of like easy pages, a lot of vibrant pictures and colors and pastels and purples and blues, and especially the hot pink. And I also showed the plaque that my BF gave me for my birthday last year. And I had that posted as well. I didn't physically come on myself. I just did some hand Muppet stuff last night. Only because I had a long day and I just didn't feel like coming on showing myself. I didn't think that was necessary, because I was really trying to not promote the journal, but try to get you excited about starting your journaling, your diary. Hopefully that's something you'll want to do. Um, I'm posting it on my Instagram page to all of my Instagram followers, Debra.Payton.330, and my Facebook page. I'm also letting my friends on there know, and all my personal friends know, that we're going to be doing that, so they can come on in and join us. So I'm hoping that takes off the second week and maybe the fourth week of August, twice a month. Now, if it picks up, maybe we can pick it up 3 or 4 times a month, once a week. No more than that, because then it becomes too much. So then you'd be like, okay, we had enough of that. So you spread it out. It doesn't become so boring. It doesn't become so overwhelming. And then we can just pick up from, the last 2 weeks. By that time, you'll have more stuff in there. We're doing positive journaling at the top of the page, and we're going to put our purging, cleansing, frustration, need to get a break, somebody get out my face, on the bottom page of the journal book. So those parts are supposed to be smaller. Positive supposed to be bigger. Negative supposed to be smaller at the bottom. As a man thinketh, so is he. So where your thoughts are, that's where your mind follows. That's where your emotions follow. That's where you determine how things are going to turn out. If you think real negative all the time, you're going to get negative. If you think positive, you draw in positive feedback, positive thoughts, positive energy. So, it's just so important how we view certain things. Um, and I think for a topic today in Deborah's Quiet Corner, we're going to talk about wasting a wilderness. You don't want to waste a wilderness. A wilderness is a place of isolation. When you go into a wilderness situation, you're usually isolated. You usually can't reach out to your friends and family members, because God sometimes puts you in the wilderness because He's trying to either get your attention, or He wants to just have that quality time with you, or it's a time of testing, it's a time of processing. So we all have wilderness situations that we have to go into, and whether we want a wilderness or whether we don't. Either you're in a wilderness, you get ready to come out of a wilderness. Either you've been in a wilderness and you get ready to come out of the wilderness, or you just came out of the wilderness and God's preparing you for the next wilderness. It just happens. Like, we are constantly going to be in wilderness situations where it just seems like, God, where are you? Like, I'm talking to you and you ain't talking back. And, we just kind of like feel like we are being abandoned, and families abandoning us. And really, nobody can bring you out of that wilderness situation but God. If He takes you into the wilderness situation, He's the one that's got to bring you out of the wilderness situation. He teaches us so much in the wilderness situations about ourselves. It's not a comfortable place. A lot of us want to go in the wilderness through this door, and we want to hurry up and come out the same door, and haven't learned anything that we needed to learn while we were there in the wilderness situation. Wildernesses are sometimes just so isolated, and you feel like you're so isolated. You're thinking to yourself, why do I feel so isolated? Because you're in a wilderness situation. And like I said, we all have them, voluntarily or involuntarily. Now, we can go through the wilderness and have God supply everything we need while we're down in there. Or we can go into the wilderness and we can struggle, fight, kick, bite, scream, holler, fall out. Just stop. It's not going to take you out of the wilderness any quicker. You have a tantrum, and you just start having your little tantrum about where you at, and you don't want to be there, and how long I got to stay here. Come on, I've been here long enough. That's not going to bring you out. So we're not even prepared for a wilderness experience. That's the thing about it. Because if we had enough time to prepare for it, we would have everything we needed inside that wilderness area. We would take everything we needed if we knew we were going into the wilderness. We would have our water, our food, our blankets, any little thing that comforts us, our little snacks, cell phones. Some of us would even get our little TVs we could plug up electrically somewhere. Especially we that really like to watch TV, we would make sure we have every single thing we needed to take into that wilderness experience. So that's why we don't get a memo that we're going into that wilderness. We just find ourselves there, and you're looking around and it's unfamiliar, it's cold, it's uncomfortable, it's lonely, you feel abandoned, and you don't want to stay there because you want to get back and dig yourself out of that experience that sometimes we have to go through for growth, for learning, for transition. Wilderness experiences come for all different types of reasons, and sometimes we're never going to figure out why we're in the wilderness. And I think I said earlier in one of my videos that the teacher is always silent during the test. The teacher never gives you any answers during that test. Now, if you got any questions, you have to go to that teacher and ask those questions. Excuse me. Oh boy, I'm trying not to take allergy medicine today. I'm going to probably get a script from my doctor because this over-the-counter stuff ain't kicking this the way I think it needs to. So I go through this every year. Yes, it's allergies. It's no CV-19. I'm already cool knowing that. I just know I need to get a stronger medication for these allergies. They are like, whew. Since I've gotten older, they've gotten worse for whatever reason. Every year I get older, it looks like the allergies want to get worse. I'm not claiming that because I don't want them to get no worse than what they are now. So my birthday's in December. Please don't get worse in December. Okay. So back to the wilderness experience. So be careful when you go in. And like I said, we can go in kicking, screaming, biting, scratching. We're going to go in, and it depends how long we stay there. If we get the lesson that we're supposed to get while we're down in the wilderness, we can come out sooner. If we don't, we're going to go around the mountain as many times as is needed to get the real essence of why we were put there in the first place. And it's so important to know that some things that I talk about in Debra's Quiet Corner are just the cycles of life. And I've learned that because I've been through, you know, you go into a wilderness, it's way down here, and then you got this real upward feeling for a little bit. Then you go, God brings you back into a wilderness, and then in between the coming out and going back in, he kind of like, you know, renews your strength and get you ready for the next one. Even though you don't know exactly what it is, by the time you get into it, you kind of like can weather it a little better. But you will always have to go back into the wilderness situation and stay there and weather it until God says, okay, that's enough. It's time for you to come out of that wilderness experience. So don't waste it. Don't waste it by moaning and groaning and complaining. I'm so sick of this. You better hurry up and bring me out of this, because you know what? If he don't do what I think he should do, I'm going to make it happen for myself. Well, let me tell you something. You can do that. You can make your way out of the wilderness if you want to. And you're going to mess it up so bad. You're going to want to go back in and wait. So, my advice to you, stay there, wait, get through it. Don't try to come out of it too quick, on your own, in your own strength, in your own abilities. Wait. Again, I say wait on the Lord, and he will renew your strength and bring you out of the wilderness experience that you may have to go into sooner or later. And then we're going to take the maybe off of it, because sooner or later you will have the wilderness experience voluntarily or involuntarily. So it's up to us how long we stay there, how long we mope, groan, complain, falsely accuse God. Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? I'm doing all I can to live for you, and you letting me go through this? Well, we got to go through. And he don't have to explain anything. He's not going to explain. He don't owe us an explanation. He doesn't have to tell us why we're going through. Sometimes he will let us know, like, you know, you need to get this part of your life straightened out, so I'm going to let you stay here for a while. And when you get tired of being tired, then you'll come on out. You know, he'll let you stay there for a while until you tired of being tired. Sometimes we got to stay in stuff until we just tired of being tired. And when you tired of being tired, everybody around you going to know you tired of being tired. And they're going to say, you know what? I can't come with that no more because she tired of being tired. Or she can't come to me with that, he'll say, because she knows I'm tired of being tired. And sometimes we stay in the wilderness for the longest time because we just don't get enough of it. Like, we just don't get it. Like, we just continually